Well, you probably can't tell through the screen, but it is an absolutely gorgeous evening here in our front yard, which is definitely our main hangout spot and probably like most people's backyards. But when you live in the country, you could pretty much make your front yard or your backyard into your main hangout spot. So anyway, on to the topic of the video today. You can see it there in the background. I hung some string lights, and in and of itself, it is not a very complex thing to do. But since I had to set a post in the ground and string up a steel cable and do various things like that, I figured it might be interesting. And on the note of putting a post in the ground, I want to say thank you to the Home Depot Perspective and Ryobi tools for sending me the 40-volt electric auger that I used to drill the hole in the ground and set the post. So without further ado, let me show you how I did that, put the lights up, and then I'll give you some closing comments. A little bit of a mid-augering update. If you couldn't tell from that last clip, I am genuinely surprised how quick this auger went down into the ground. It's probably 22 to 24 inches so far. And if you watched my chicken coop build, you will know that when I dug all of those post holes by hand, it took me quite a bit of effort. So I am just really impressed with this. I did soak this ground with water the night before just to make sure it was as soft as possible. But anyway, I think I'm going to go down another foot, so it'll be about 36 inches. I'll concrete a steel post in there, then I'll be running the cable, and then I will start stringing lights. Well, at this point, I think I've pretty much bottomed out the depth of the auger bit. The hole is about 31 to 32 inches in total depth, so I think I'm just going to call that good. I've got my concrete right there, and my good old mixing tub right there, and I'll start mixing. Well, I've got all the mounting points attached to the cable as well as the front fascia of the porch. And the plan is going to be stringing the lights from the porch to the cable in a diagonal fashion. And the lights that I'm going to be using are these little Hampton Bay lights I got at Home Depot. They plug into one another, so I will have just one continuous string of lights. And if you're wondering, I think each one of these boxes is about 16 bucks. So next clip you'll see, they'll be installed. Alright guys, I think that is pretty much going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you found it interesting, or at the very least, perhaps you learned a new skill, whether it is something as simple as digging a hole in the ground and setting a post in concrete, or stringing up a steel cable and tensioning it with turnbuckles. Perhaps it's something you might be able to use on a future project. I love the way the lights turn out, and you can see we are getting ready for a little fire pit night. And anyway, it's just a very simple project, great summertime project, and hopefully it inspires you to do something similar. One other thing I did want to mention is the auger that I used on the hole in the ground. Obviously Ryobi and Home Depot sent that to me, but I cannot say enough good things about that. I was very surprised how well it augered the hole. I've used augers about 2 or 3 times in the past, always gas powered ones. And I found this one to have far more power than those. Anyway, not that those don't have a place. Obviously, if you don't have a place to charge batteries, might be an issue, but this was pretty impressive. So, as always, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Hit the subscribe button if you want similar content. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure somebody's going to ask about this. Well, this is a drink that I made with some prickly pear syrup that we harvested from prickly pears around the property, and we made into a nice simple syrup. I won't tell you what else is in it, but it is a very good drink. So see you guys.